The first photo I posted of my dreadlocks.
Tell us about it.
You know where you're almost dying,
Right.
then you want to save yourself.
Right.
And then instead of saving yourself,
Yep.
you even bury yourself.
From the frying pan to mpaka kwa moto
Yani
ndani.
hata si moto.
Yeah.
Uko from the frying pan to ash. Sijui umeingia sasa Illuminati. We knew you'll just be like them.
Tulikuwa tunakuchukua na lot.
No, I thought you the only remain. This one no.
Well, a very warm welcome to the Goldmine show. Absolutely excited just to bring this show to you as always. But today it's a special one, my friend, and I'm so excited about the guests that we do have. Well, I'll come back to that one. Let me just get this out of the way, man. Follow us on the Goldmine Show on Facebook, on YouTube, as well as on Instagram. Let's keep building a great community of people that bring out the greatness inside of every single one of us. One of the things we'll never quit to do is to remind you that there is greatness on the inside of you. And if you can keep nurturing it, then you never know what the end game ultimately becomes, man. Today's guests, let me just say this straight up, man. I love these guests, man. I love their music. If I was to define guardian angel, then I would call him consistent, man. He's just been absolutely consistent. He's there giving his A game, just giving his very all. And you know, man, we've got Guardian in the house and we've got his sweetheart as well, man. It does not get better than this. So I want to welcome you, man. Guardian! Good to have you on the show, Baba.
Happy, man.
Yani, you guys, you bless my heart. Let's just settle that one out, man. I just get blessed like that, man. And of course, the one and only. So good to be here with you guys, man. I've absolutely looked forward to this one because you guys absolutely bless me. Sana. And I just want to put that on the wrong record, man. You absolutely bless me. Guardian, man. Safari of music. You're one guy who truly ministers to very many people. But where did this whole journey begin?
Wow. Interesting. I've not spoken about the journey for a while.
Yep.
Because I think it got to common until, sometimes it will even sound cliche.
Right.
And the normal, ulianzaje?
Right. You talk about happy stories.
But it's been a while. I think we have grown up with a passion and love for music.
Right.
Growing up nimekuwa nikiimba tu
Right.
somehow, hata kama ni wimbo za watu wengine and stuff like those.
Na unazichapa na energy ingine so.
But then in high school, I think that's where I started.
Right.
Now trying to even compose my own music.
Right.
And then now later after high school, sasa ingiad fully
Right.
into the industry. So that
Right.
has been quite some time.
Right.
15, 14.
It's been like a journey like this. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
And part of why we do the Goldmine is because you might find Esther someone just does 2 songs and he's wondering it's not quite kicking. It's taking too long. Is it ever gonna Rada itabadilika ama itakuwa ni aje? And I've got to listen to some of your journeys because I highly suspect this didn't just start yesterday. You've been at it. And if you were to define what then that journey for you has been, what exactly has it been for you?
I think for me it's been what should I say? It's been a school, a kind of journey for me to just be able to learn.
Right.
To learn how to even away from music.
Right.
Do a lot of stuff.
Right.
How to interact with people.
Right.
How to put other people first.
Right.
Because like in music, you realize that. When I am doing music, then I would love to do some kind of genre.
Right.
Like when I started, I used to do reggae.
Right.
that is for me.
Right.
That's what I love to do.
Right.
But now putting other people first is doing a genre that people will understand.
Right.
You see.
Right.
So when I was doing reggae, half the time people would not understand what I'm singing.
Correct.
But because it is in a vibe that I feel.
Right.
Hizo ni zangu.
This is what you did with, and I like this one, Clement.
Wakati wa Mungu.
Wakati wa Mungu, man.
So now, kukakuwa na hiyo transition.
Right.
It was a very difficult transition for me.
Right.
To switch from reggae to Swahili music.
Lakini reggae uliipenda tu.
Yani
I think ulikuwa unaifeel mbaya.
No, kuna time hata nilikuwa nimeacha sasa kula nyama, mimi reggae. Reggae.
Na ile sana ndio unajikwenda tu.
Nimekuwa rasta kabisa.
Right.
So kunitoa hapo.
Yeah.
Bro. Yani ilikuwa ingine noma. But then now that is like why I'm saying.
Hii reggae ili influence wa nywele pia.
Having to live ilikuwa baadaye.
Ilikuwa of course you'll tell us how we got there.
Yeah.
Right.
But then now this is where now learning to put other people first.
Right.
Especially when it is ministry.
Right.
There are things that you love to do.
Right.
But there are people that you're doing it to and for.
Right.
Of course you're doing it for God.
Right.
But for people to be able to listen to what God says.
Right.
So then, because I realized that my ministry has to cut across.
Right.
I cannot sing for myself. I mean, I cannot do the things I love.
Right.
For it to cut across, for me to speak to wazee,
right,
children, and,
right,
and all the ages, I have to sing to them what they understand.
Right. You connect now.
You connect.
Absolutely.
Nitaanza kuimba hapa in tongues.
Right.
Ndio ni message watawaelewa.
Umejibamba peke yako, but audience wako na wewe.
For me.
Right.
So that's what I learned.
Right.
Also had to learn about being patient.
Correct.
Because me, I've done this thing for more than 12 years.
Right.
Now, a few people came to know about me the other day in 2018.
Lakini ukakuja na fujo tu.
Sasa, hii time yote nilikuwa naidu tu nateseka.
Right.
Unajua?
Kumia.
Yaani uko kwa hao ya 4K huwezi lipa. But music inajulikana.
What you mean?
Bro, mi nimeanza kumake kidogo tu doto music the other day 2018. Kidogo.
2-3 years ago.
This is 2-3 years ago.
Right.
But before that was a whole season of guys know about my music.
Your name is out there.
My name is out
there. Guys are enjoying your music.
Guys are enjoying it, but I'm still struggling financially. Yani ile mbaya.
That's interesting.
Struggle. Mi nimefungiwa hao. Nimekosa place ya kuishi.
Na bado muziki unachapa?
No, bado watu wanaijua.
How is that, Kabi?
That's because the way our music industry operates, and at least imeanza kuchange kidogo, but it's just the same thing, is most of our musicians or most of our clients operate the music industry just like a hobby. You know, and that's why people will ask you, what else do you do apart from music?
Yeah, because
you can't do music.
It cannot be the full,
you have
the only
to
thing
do
you
something.
do. Yes.
So besides it, what else are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we do not have structures.
And at some point, you know, Gajan, that question is important because we've got many artists.
Yeah.
And it's painful to see a guy who invests in his talents or in her talent, giving their A game the entire time. But on the other side, bill has ilipiki. And the next natural thing that is likely going to happen is a guy quits on their talents.
Yeah. Guys get
which would be unfortunate. And at some point, you'll then tell us, if for guys listening out there, if we were to then come and structure your industry and say that what support can this industry get so that then talent finally pays, sustains you. So it's not a question of what else besides music. Because that's we can't have those kind of conversations.
It's a whole lot of career.
Absolutely. I mean, it must be a career. And it must be a logical career.
So how most of us have viewed the industry or how the industry is.
Right.
Is one. If you have a career, you're a person who's on payroll, monthly. That means whoever is employing you,
every 30 days.
Or wherever you're employed, there's a structure. There's you're paid.
Right.
But this is a career which we get into, and first that structure is not there.
Right.
Because who are you working for?
Right.
Who has employed you?
Yeah.
Ni nani ikifika mwisho wa mwezi unaenda umwambie
my friend, kazi yangu nimefanya.
Ndio kazi nimefanya.
Yes.
So at some point most
and it's a critical question.
Most of the musicians operate kama ndege tu.
Right.
So you have put your resources and time into a song.
Right.
You have put it out.
Right.
Now you're hoping
to produce it costs you
video ni do.
Na
mafanzo
even your own time just to compose that music.
Time. Of course. Na mafanzo wanataka video poa.
Na wanashindwa kidai.
Na unafaa kuvaa poa.
Right.
But then you have the product now. Where do I take the product? I'm going to put it on YouTube. What if people refuse to watch? Because I'm not going to force people to watch the product. Okay, I'm going to get probably something kidogo on
Which
YouTube.
Also means then on YouTube, then you have to find a way of pushing it.
You have to find a way of pushing the product.
So it means a further investment.
That is a further investment because this is marketing now.
Right.
You have to go now to market the product.
After co-produce, then doing the marketing.
Sasa uko nayo, hauna pa kuipeleka.
In the meantime, we still have not answered the question of who are you working for.
Yeah. So now, you have the product, yes, it's out there.
Right.
When will it ever pay you on that YouTube first? That aside. The money you have put into the production.
Right.
How are you ever going to get it back? What if you're never called for any event for the whole year? Because it's possible. It's possible for people not to call you for any event.
That's true.
That's true. That year you will not work.
You've been working but you're not getting a return.
No return. You understand? There's nobody you can go to ask for your money back.
Right.
This is an investment that you put your money into and pray that God will make a way for you to get money back.
And it's a piece of your heart, it's a piece of you, really. Because whatever you composed, it's an extension of you out there.
For you to call it your career, that means that's what you do.
Correct.
For a living.
Right. Right.
Now the living.
Doing is done, but living is another story.
For a living.
Right.
But now the living, that's where the problem is.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So then,
so, I mean, one at that. I mean, this has been 14 years later.
Yeah.
You started just earning from it about 2 or 3 years ago. So, therefore, how did you pull through the other 11 before we got here?
And you see, this is the problem that most of us go through. You are now living at the mercies of other people.
Right.
Like now I would have to come and humble down to a video guy and tell them, please help me, I have this product. So the video guy then will call you to some place and tell you stand there, let me shoot a video.
Right.
And they will give you whatever the product they give you.
Right.
Whenever they think you
can get it.
So
najuka kitu hakuna, then you also can't argue too much on quality and all that stuff.
Quality, one, hauwezi hauna command on time. So mimi nikikushutia video leo ni amuyo video naipata next year but one. Ulinilipa kwani? You understand? So that's why you see the delays. Because nilifanya audio free, producer anafikiria bado kama ataacha ile shughuli inampea bills akufanyia kwa bure ama ata, you understand? So it takes time. So before you release the next song, guys have forgotten about you.
You faded off the scene
because it is a very competitive and an industry that has so much consistency in terms of those people who are able to be consistent.
Right.
So if you're out of sight, then you're out
we
of
are forgotten.
Mind. We forget about you.
We move on to other guys.
We are not in the business of waiting for you to get money. If you have to give us music, you give us music. Kama umechoka kutupea, let's get someone else.
Kula bench, draft mse mwingine.
Bro, one time. Na tuko wengi.
What? Now then, in the meantime, what wameinua game, my friend? I mean, it looks like investment inainua tu, inainua jo.
You see, those guys who have raised the industry are people who are able to get people to finance their music.
Right.
People who believed in them and thought like, now, I am going to finance your music. I'm going to do videos and audios for you.
Right.
Then we'll see how we can get business back out of it.
Right.
There are people who have successfully done that.
Right.
And those who have done that successfully are the people who are in the place where the money is. Because music has money. Let nobody lie to you.
Right.
Ni vile tu ido kabla itoke hapo juu ikufikie ndo noma kama hujui.
Kuna kichain hapo.
But do iko. Hivi. Yani industry ya music ni do. But then hiyo do utarealize wale watu wanaikula ni wale wanajua hii do iko, but sio wewe mwenye unafanya kazi.
Wewe una sweat tu, wengine wana sosi.
Because you see like if I have money for 5 artists,
right,
I mean a keyboard or something that gets money for musicians,
right,
so I have money for more than 100 artists.
Kama zile prezo
right. Kama tuseme hizo.
Na by the inawafikia
wengine.
Okay.
But then you have this money, right, in millions, in billions actually.
Right.
But these people do not know that you have it. Will you give it to them?
No.
People don't do that. That people cannot come to look for artists at Guardian naishi wapi, kuna hii pesa anafaa kuwa anapata.
Come to support.
Nani anafanya hivyo?
So do imelala.
Sio come to kusupport, come to kupe do yako. Nani anafanya hivyo? So do iko, but kufikia msanii ngumu ndo noma. Why? Because msanii hajui hata kwamba anafaa kuiget
kabisa. And how to get it, hata akajua iko, how do I what is the process, who do I talk to?
So and that's how now we come back now to the word of God that says my people perish because
for lack of knowledge.
They do not have the knowledge. Because one thing that is for sure is that the richest person in the world and the poorest person in the world, the difference between them is just the knowledge.
Information again.
No information.
Right. Right.
Mtu maskini akijua kile utajiri anafanya na haifanyi.
So how do we deal with this knowledge, Clement? How do we deal with this so that we bridge this gap? And where do we get the knowledge and the information?
Because of because of the way the industry is operated.
Right.
It's just operated with impressions.
Right.
And where our fans have placed us, and we want to live with those impressions. You have to show people that you drive. You don't care if you're gonna hire the car.
Right.
You want to also live up to the standards
Kabisa.
of wananchi. And for me, one of the inspiration of the things I've thought this year is that I want to live within my means this year.
We will have to talk about that. We'll have to talk about that because it's not just even the artists. The levels of depression in this country are insane. And it's a lot to do with peer pressure.
And all this is because of Instagram.
Social media.
And
how we're handling social media.
Because I want to post a good photo in a good house.
Right.
I'll do everything to get that house.
Right.
And now I have to maintain the standard.
Right.
I already showed you people that I have a good car, I have a good house.
Right.
So I'll do everything to maintain that standard to you people.
Right.
But in the real sense, I'm struggling.
And the reality, at some points, it will get to the point where you can't sustain it anymore.
Now when you get there is now when you die.
Kinaumana.
So
but before we go there, so this year, because then I think there must be guys who are right where you're describing prior to your last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
What kept you going, and how did you keep navigating that particular part?
Now you see, the number of times I have given up on this music, I cannot even count. And it gets to a time now when you decide, but then you decide ikae, and you remember there's nothing else you can do.
Right. Oh, this is you.
And this is
me. Me and my music and me is one. Right.
But, this is the person that I am.
Right.
So
you can't quit on you.
See, I can't quit on myself.
Right.
Me siwezi kaa chini uniemploy eti tu.
Ngumu. That's just not you.
Not that person.
Absolutely.
So again, you just come back to yourself.
So really, what kept you there for going with?
So, but I think also for me is just, God will come through at that time.
Right.
When you're about to give up, someone will call you, hey, I like how you do your thing.
Right.
I have a studio, come, let me record you.
Right.
And I could record.
Right.
You get someone else who's willing to do like a video.
Right.
They do. Unajipata ukienda tu kwa support.
Anakuwa tu ka stepping stone hapo na kingine hapo.
Ka stepping stone,
Right.
someone kicks you, mbele kidogo.
Unasonga.
Yeah. Ukienda ku give up, mwingine
anakulift.
There's nothing to lose, let me just go and do it.
Right.
Evil.
Right.
Until now it got to a place where I decided, if this has to be my career, if this has to be my business,
right,
then I have to operate it as business.
Right.
I have to now operate it with the principles
of business. Restructure this thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I need to restructure.
Right.
So I realized people had placed me in a place of this, this humble person who sings for God, and this is that person. So wameniweka kwa hiyo category. You just go and do whatever you do, sing your song, bring it to us. You're that person we have placed you there.
Right.
I realized this place I'll die here. So one day I decided I have to do something very drastic. What am I going to do? Now I cannot sing secular. I cannot, post a photo with a woman there or a lady doing crazy stuff.
That's just not you.
It's not me.
Right.
I decided I'll put dreadlocks.
Right.
Now to rebrand.
Zimeingia story ya dread imepika.
Now to rebrand.
Yeah, right.
My friend. So I met a few guys, I told them, I met actually a producer, and I told him, man, me, I'm going to give up on this thing.
Right.
I need help.
Right.
What do I do? So he got me guys who advised me, where do you see yourself? What do you think is your stronghold? All those things.
Right.
So we need to rebrand.
Right.
Put dreadlocks.
Right.
The first photo I posted of my dreadlocks.
Tell us about it.
You know where you're almost dying.
Right.
Then you want to save yourself.
Right.
And then instead of saving yourself, you even bury yourself.
From the frying pan to mpaka kwa moto ndani.
Hata si moto.
Yeah.
From the frying pan to ash. Umeshaji roast. What? Ile reaction nilipata hivi. I've never even gotten comments like that.
Right.
I used to post a photo and like 3 guys will come there. God bless you. I love your music. And the last one is I don't know what. The third one now. Finished. And to like 20 likes. But this one, it
went crazy.
A flow of no comments. No.
Yeah.
I had sijui umeingia sasa Illuminati. We knew you'll just be like them.
Tulikuwa tunakuchukua alone.
No, I thought you the only remain. This one no.
They couldn't deal with it.
They can't deal with it. So I'm thinking now. I thought I was even doing something to
salvage bwana.
Kumbe I was killing myself.
Ndio nimeharibu yote.
You used to be a humble guy. Now
humility menda. Goodness.
I was looking at it and I was thinking, I now even got into a worse even space in terms of even my emotion and stuff. I was thinking, yani, I've even spoiled the little place that I was.
The backlash ikakuwa tu mbaya.
Sasa hata nimejitoa hapa pazuri. Afadhali ningechibakisha kwa hizi comment zangu 3.
Mali umeenda kimbona.
Nilikia mali noma. What? So
Esther, did you see that? Did you see that?
She was not there.
She was not there yet, huh?
Yeah, this is like now 3-4 years ago.
Right.
So now,
what? Yani unashindwa sasa tutoe dread sasa ama tufanye nini?
Again, nikitoa. Sasa kuna wale
na wengine watakuja
wewe ni confused.
Hata hajielewi
kile unataka. So I'm just there.
The whole day I thought about that thing. I didn't feel it right now. Si unarudi kwa sasa walikuwa advise wewe. Kwani mlini advise na makadi nyinyi watu?
Pia hao wameshtuka bwana.
They didn't expect the reaction.
So they also they're thinking, now what have we done to this guy?
Hey, we've misadvised this guy bwana. Tumemaliza yeye.
So the first day went. I didn't sleep, Mwizi. The next day.
Unamka unazisoma tu
unazipitia hivi unasikia wewe. Unasikia tu kana notification.
This one no.
So the third day I decided, what if I just did something also for myself?
Right.
I've been living for you guys, but all alone.
Right.
And I'm still struggling.
Na hata hii rebranding mumeikataa.
I'm still struggling with bills.
Right.
All this time I have been the humble guy that you like, but I'm struggling.
Right. So it's not working for me.
It's
just not working for me. It's not working.
It's just something that pleases you, but
my bills bado ziko pale zinanicheki tu. Well,
I decided you guys can go wherever you.
Hata nyinyi mtajisort.
Can go wherever.
Mtajisort. Yeah.
So the third day now, I posted the next picture.
Right.
They came like that. I just kept quiet.
So the second posting ni na ama na gani?
No, sasa ready sasa.
Umechukua ngo nyingine.
Outfit nyingine.
Right. Zikaendelea.
The 4th day.
Yeah.
I had time.
Right.
I said I'm going to post this thing and stay here.
Right.
Let's talk.
Hatubanduki tu. Let's engage.
Now you tell me what you
unataka ni shida iko wapi? What's wrong with
You tell me how clean I'll be.
Yeah.
Without the hair.
Right.
In terms of even my spirit and how people who have shaved their hair, they will go to heaven.
Right. Ukaanzisha sasa hiyo debate.
Sasa nikaanzisha debate. Sasa ulikuwa unakuja ukisema no na kuambia why not?
Fafanua elezea.
Wewe niambie kwa nini?
Help me understand. Yes.
They not answer that.
They just have a perception.
You just have a perception.
But it's not anchored on anything.
No. In fact, you don't even have a reason why you're saying no.
It's
you're
your
just
preference.
Saying no because that's what you feel.
Right.
So I stayed there the whole day and engaged them and I told them, now listen to me.
Yeah.
You're free.
Yeah.
Right? I have set you free.
Yeah.
If you feel this is not your thing,
right.
Please.
It's all right.
Yeah, no, just leave.
It's okay.
Yeah, just leave.
Yeah.
The unfollow button is here.
Right.
Please go.
Utilize it.
Yeah.
Utilize it.
To me.
Ni sawa tu. No hard feelings bana.
There's someone else you'll prefer.
Right.
No, wale wamenyoa.
Na ni sawa. Kwanza wako na ball. Jibambe.
Tembea. Tena hawakuenda.
Wamekwama tu hapo.
So when they realized, this guy is firm on this thing,
right.
This is what I would advise those people who shake when, there's backlash and stuff.
Right.
Please show people that you also have,
you have a stand.
You have a stand.
Right.
There's something you stand for.
Right.
Don't shake because of what people feel. Because you've done something.
Right.
And half the people are okay with it.
Right.
Half the people are not okay. So where will you go?
Where do you go?
Try to separate.
Correct. And you bring two very important things. Number one, just developing even a stand. I think a lot of us need to be helped to even pick a stand. The golden question, what do you live for? What are you about? Who are you?
Sure.
What matters to you? What is your true north? And you're going to look at it. And number two, just then the capacity then to say, yes, I'm sure storms will come. And then how do I also deal with those things? Yeah.
So 1 week later, they come back again, the same people. Na by the way unakaa poa.
Wala wasi wa Illuminati. Wabekam sasa now we okay.
Sasa wanaanza, lakini by the way aka style
si kabaya.
Na si kabaya by the way.
Kameweza.
Then kidogo 1 month later everyone has adapted. Now I have fans.
Here. Who like the new you.
I have people who like the new me. This is it.
Imekubali.
So now I asked God to give me one song. He gave me another one called Nadeka.
My friend.
Like
big tune, my friend. Big song. Ikaeza kuweza.
Kutoka hapo nikasema that's a 20. I was just waiting for you guys to discover I am here.
Right.
Now that you know, let us go.
Tuende kazi.
Have I ever stopped releasing songs?
Zinatoka kutoka.
Yaani, si nilitaka mjue niko.
Na wamejua huko.
Na sasa mmejua niko.
Yes.
Nikapiga mpaka 2020 nikasikia bado hamjajua vizuri.
Tuende.
So now just in that season of now thinking of what next and stuff, now came the story of my queen.
Right.
We meet up. I was going to meet
Maina for queen became a big story. You guys, and this time it became a big story.
This was a massive one.
Yeah, massive.
Even through this time, I'm still thinking,
you became a big story.
I'm still thinking I'll never show my relationship to people.
You'll keep it private.
Yeah, I'll keep it private.
Right.
Nini. So we're there with friends. Nini. I'm in love, man.
Right.
So the way I started even posting our photos with her, I don't know.
But we need to go. This collab story began, man. We need to go to where it started brewing.
I'm just flowing kidogo.
Right.
I'm thinking, hey, I've posted this photo of us.
Yep.
I'm not going to do this again.
Right.
And the next day I wake up, I wekelea another
one. Right.
Then I'm thinking, unajua ni kama walevi ati unasemanga, hey, sikunywi tena.
Akijaji pata kwa mtara, sikunywi tena.
So, niko tu hapo naziweka tu.
Right.
Paka nikarealize, nimepost picha kama 5 zetu different, tuko places different na watu wameanza kushuku.
Kuna kitu inaendelea hapa. Right.
So one day I'm in studio and someone just wakes up and say, this crush of mine was already taken.
Right.
And guys realized, by the way, this guy has been taken.
Right.
Sasa wakaingia.
Wakaianza.
Wakaiwakisha.
Wale wasiwako na makarash huko nje tu wanajaribu kui-express jo.
Imewaka. Tunatoka studio nadhani ni ya leo tu itaishia. Wewe.
And you know what, man? Before we even go to West, man, we need to hear where it all began, your version, and we need to hear her version of where it began. But unfortunately, we've had to hit a pause at this point. Because when hii story, my friend, Esther, hii story siwezi harakisha bana. Kuna venye utatu walk through him, ne? I want to hear Guardian's version. I want to hear Esther's version. And of course, also how you have supported Guardian all the way. But unfortunately, folks, man, time does what time does to us. We're just going to have to hit it a post right about now. I hope you've enjoyed every bit of it. Now you know what is coming up next week, because we'll be having Guardian. And of course, today Esther hasn't talked a lot, but next week, my friend, she's going to take the show over. And therefore, man, follow us on the Goldmine Show on Facebook, on YouTube, as well as on Instagram. But I also want to let you know you need to follow Esther as well.
You can't follow this queen.
You can't follow Esther.
You don't have to follow her.
You don't have to. We just need to follow Guardian.
Yeah.
Oh, we follow Guardian.
But subscribe to her channel. She has a channel.
Oh. I get what you mean. Subscribe to Esther Musila.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Esther Musila. Subscribe also to Guardian Angel Global.
They know that already.
Right? Like how savage. Until next time, and I hope you've enjoyed every bit of this. Until next time, God bless you. Keep working up the greatness inside of you, and no matter how far you are, you've heard his story, man. And one of these fine days, we'll be celebrating yours. You can't quit on you. You can't give up on you. Keep fighting, and see you next week. God bless you, food.